Okay, thank you, governors. I just said I thank you all very much for your professionalism and your cooperation and everything you've done that has benefited the alliance with the state of New York. Yes, we've never been here before, but that doesn't mean you can't ensure public confidence that you're doing everything you can to do it in a smart way, an informed way, guided by experts and data and science, and not in a political way. And I think working together, we can do that. Each state is going to name a public health official for that state, an economic development official for that state. Those officials and the chief of staff of the governor of each state will then form a working group that will start work immediately on designing a reopening plan.
We do know this, that an economic recovery only occurs on the back of a complete healthcare recovery, and that order is essential.
I will say, throughout the crisis, the governors are the ones who've been showing great leadership and taking action to keep our residents safe. And so I think it's only appropriate that we do the same thing now by coming together and showing regional leadership to reopen the economy.
We were wondering that with the president saying that it's his responsibility to reopen the states and reopen the economies, we were wondering if the governors disagree with that this is inherently a responsibility of the governor.
Well, seeing as how we had the responsibility for closing the state down, I think we probably have the primary responsibility for opening it up.
Governor Wolf's point was right. He left it to the states to close down, and that was a state-by-state decision. Without any guidance, really, he took the position that it was a state's decision, and then the states were responsible for purchasing supplies, et cetera. You want to change the management model, you can do that as president, but what is the model? And let's learn from the past, right? Because this was not smooth sailing up till date. Let's be honest.
The president or the
No,
White House about
I've not had this conversation. Let's learn from the past. What does the federal government do and what does the state do? Tell me, what are the roles? I was in the federal government, and the rules of government matter. There is an operating manual. States can declare disasters, and then the state is in charge over the local governments. Federal government declares an emergency. The federal government is now in charge. And they have done a federal emergency declaration here. Well, why didn't the federal government make decisions on closing? I don't know. Could they now say we're going to make decisions on opening? Yes. I don't believe they could have a policy that says everybody opens 5 days from now. How do you differentiate different parts of the country with different infection rates, different places on the curve? Some are at the apex, some are at the plateau, some are on their way up the mountain. How do you do that differentiation? Are you going to do a formula that says any place with an infection rate less than 2% can open? How do you do it? I don't know. But he could put forth a model to do that.